the best way to really kind of get to know who we are is for us to tell you a little bit about this story about us.
Yes.
Yes.
That's how you welcomed everybody? That was good. That was nice.
I wasn't trying to welcome you. I'm trying to give you 30 minutes, and if you know me and us.
This is true. We jump right into it.
Yeah, in order to get this 30 minutes in, we need to get to the point. But thank y'all for tuning in. Okay, Damon. Fine.
No, this is good.
No, it's fine. Thank you for tuning in because I sold you on that intro and giving y'all that goodness. So I might as well make sure I keep that up every time. You're right. Thank y'all for joining. Thanks for tuning in to Sum It Up with the Sumners. Today we are going to talk about our story and how we met.
Got to. Episode 1.
Yeah, and you want to know like who we are if you're going to try to, give us 30 minutes of your time every week. So let me tell you how it starts. So first of all, I am Katoya, the wife. I didn't say my name in the intro, and I felt like I should,
just run it back real quick.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Katoya. Anyway, and we are currently 33 years old, and we have been together for 15 years.
There you go. You got it.
I do struggle with
That's
that.
it. I'm the numbers guy.
That's not true at all.
We're not here to talk about that.
All right. Anyway, so that means that this story starts a little early. Okay, I don't want any prejudgment on that because that's not really fair. You'll find out more about that. But yeah, so I am originally from Dallas, Texas, and moved to the suburbs and moved to Garland, Texas when I was about 12 years old, and I started going to a high school called Lakeview Centennial in Garland, Texas, which was my first school in Garland.
I'm giving details.
I just needed you to understand where I'm from.
Okay.
All right.
Fair.
Just it's minimal.
No, that is important. That's important because I am not a Texan. So that
is
not.
Important. And I was very careful to say that we are not from Dallas, Texas.
That's important. I am from Shreveport, Louisiana. We did meet in Texas.
We did.
I did go to college in Texas.
Yes.
But I am not from Texas. That's
he did
important
spend
to know.
Most of his life in
That
Texas.
is not true. But we're not here again.
We're
starting off strong. This is good. So yes, we meet in high school in Texas. That's important.
At LCHS, those Patriots. All right. And so I was pretty much this girl, kind of, sort of, because this is me kind of toned down, but with kind of a cute face if you are watching us on video. But I was a girly girl. A girly girl, loved dressing up, loved heels, loved clothes, loved shopping, walked around saying, I need a man. I'm sorry. That was the truth. But yes, that was who I was. I was fun, and
you wore heels to PE in high school.
I did not dress out.
Did not dress out.
I walked the track in heels.
In heels.
I don't know who I was trying to be. That is not the girl I am today. And you guys will find out a little bit more about who I am. But that is not me, but that was me. So I was that girl. I didn't date anyone from the school. And I was friends with everyone. I was a good, kind, fancy girl at that age. And so, Damon...
So I was not doing all that. I was the funny guy. I was the guy who was going to make you laugh in class. I was in AP classes. Couture and I weren't in any classes together.
I wasn't dual enrollment.
Shout out to that. Got the college credit.
Whoop, whoop.
And so yeah, I was friends with everyone. And it was a big thing for me because I was a crusher. Young ladies didn't understand my potential, and that's fine. I'm not here to judge them. I'm not here to judge them. I get it. I get it. So I was making notes. You remember folding notes? I was the guy folding notes, passing the notes
writing
in class.
Letters and passing them in the hallway. If you are too young to understand that reference, you missed out.
That was a good time.
I have letters still at home.
That was our text messaging phase right there. Before that was pre-text messaging.
Yeah, nobody had text back then. I mean, no kids was just now coming out.
Singer Wireless, that was a good time.
I was cool enough to have one of those too. Okay,
that's fair.
Okay.
So anywho, so that's kind of the framework of who we are. I didn't have any dates. I'm the oldest of 3 boys, so I had to get home, help out with the family. But that's kind of laying the framework of kind of who we were in high school. All right, just to kind of set the scene for you. Okay.
Right.
So boom.
You're right. That's fair.
Let's
stay on track. So that's kind of the outline of kind of the differences of the two people that we were.
Freshman year.
Yep.
We have one conversation.
That's it.
One. We talked one time, right? Now, I think we potentially, after that moment, we kind of knew roughly of each other, but our circles were very different.
Yeah.
You hung out with older kids to a degree, right?
I did. Yeah, that was a tough year when graduation came. I had to make new friends. But yeah, I hung out with older, kids, and I don't know. Our circles were different. Our school was pretty large. And
diverse.
We were in different classes, and so
people.
we didn't know each other. But anyway, so that's kind of what happens. We had that one conversation, and then fast forward like 3 years later.
Don't talk again for same school building. Don't talk again for 3 years. No cafeteria, no auditorium, no chit chat.
No classes. How did we not have any classes
No,
for
we have nothing.
3 years straight? So we didn't. But what happened was, Damon used to have a different physique from freshman year to junior year, and then he also had braids.
I did. Mario, talk to him.
It's true. I don't think I was ever really a fan of braids, but he lost a little weight and cut his hair, and I was like, "Ooh, you would have thought he was like a new guy at school, but he wasn't. But he looked. I was into this look or something. So we had a mutual friend, and I was like, "Hey." Every time I tell the story, it's so childish, but it's okay.
It's high school.
I know. Please keep that in mind, all right? So I was like, hey, I think Damon is cute. And they were like, you like Damon? And I was like, I think he's handsome. He looks good. And I was like, yeah. And so later on, some type of way, I'm like, hey, you can give him my number. Like, do that. Because I don't, that was cool then for me to tell someone else to, hey, put a...
Those boss moves right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a go-getter. I said, I like what I see. You can tell them. Let's see how it goes.
It ain't tricking if you got it. So I was always doing my thing over here, feeling good. And so that happens. I think either before or after, we're having some type of meeting in the auditorium.
It was like an award ceremony.
Something, right? We're in the bleachers. And me, just living my good life, trying to be a kind person that I am. I see Katoya with some other girls just hanging and slanging. I come and I give her a compliment, right? Just being kind. Keep moving.
And I think about it. I probably strategically sat next to him. I probably did that. Because I was that girl. Because at this point, no one's told him anything.
Nothing.
Yeah. And so I just probably sat next to him. And then he happened to compliment one of my, we're getting personal, least likely features on my body, which are like my feet. And I was like, no, he did not compliment my feet. Complimented my whole toes. I had my little sandals on, a little thong. Kitten heel sandal.
Kitten heel.
Oh, look at me remembering something. A little white kitten heel sandal.
05.
Yep. And I was like, oh, wow. Someone who would compliment such an insignificant detail on my body. He didn't say, girl, you look good in that dress. Your booty look good. Or, any of that. And that caught me. So there's your first tip. You should compliment something really random on a girl to get her attention. At least it worked for me. And then from there,
I get the number. So the friend gives me the number. Yeah. Right? And now this is big moves for me right here. Because again, I had never been in a relationship. I had never really been on a date. You know what I'm saying? Your boy's green out here. I'm young and naive. And so essentially I get the number. It's a Wednesday. I'm heading home about 40 minutes from the house. And we're heading home from Bible study. I'm in the passenger seat. My mom's driving. We're passing the mall. I remember this vividly. If you got a story, if you're in a relationship, you know the story right when it all began, right? The details really are clear in your mind, potentially. And so I got my little singular wireless phone out, and I just text her 2 words. You remember the 2 words?
Hello, ma'am.
That's what I hit her with. That's it. That's what I hit her with. Hello, ma'am. M-A-M. And I sent it out there. I shot it. I shot the shot.
And I was like, who is this? I don't have this number, but I did tell her to give Damon my number. So this must be Damon. Now, I do not remember my words after that, but then that's kind of where it began. Yeah,
that's where it began. And so we moved very quick because this is senior year.
Senior year,
second semester.
Yeah, we're about to go to somebody's college.
We're in May. Okay, we're about to get out of the school building. And so I'm like, Damon, live your life. You ain't never had no boo. You don't know what this is. You a grown man. Cause side note, just a little background, 2 seconds. I had got hurt a little bit, a little hurt, junior year. So I was like, hey, I'm just out here in these streets, bro. I'm just out here in these streets. I ain't caring about much. So I'm gonna shoot my shot.
Yeah.
Shoot the shot. Hello, ma'am. Fast forward. Week later, we go on a date. Right? I was like, yo, let's go out. She's like, bet. I'm like, cool, let's do it. So I put on my little, it was hot back at the time. I put on my little sky blue blazer, had my little black K-Swiss with a little sky blue and black inside the shirt. You remember how it was back in the day. And we go out. It was a great day.
We did. It was a good time. We went to the skating rink, and it was a Latina night.
Yes, it was.
And we skated around for a little bit, had a good time, came on back home. Sat outside, talked. I think Damon sang to me that night.
We don't have to get into details.
John Legend.
Ooh, we ain't got to bring that up.
I don't think he serenaded me solo.
Don't do that.
Since.
Not on the first episode. Don't lie to people on the first episode.
Don't do things that you're not going to keep doing later on.
Remind me to talk about that later. Remind me.
Listen, I didn't set you up. I mean, I gave it to you real quick. Anyway, but no, it was a sweet night. And that is kind of the beginning of our story. For the sake of time, I'm trying to think of, and then from there, I mean, and you're probably wondering, like, what else happened? Well, I mean, we understood that, colleges were coming, but I already applied. It just so happened that we ended up going to the same college.
By the grace.
Yeah, because we probably would not have lasted had it not been.
Right.
And but we ended up going to the University of North Texas.
Hey, Mean Green.
Yep. And through that summer, stay connected, kept moving, and that's the beginning of our story. And I love it because it's like the most kid-like beginning.
It's a high school
story. I thought he was cute.
It's a college story.
He was like, "Aye, girl," and then
we go on one date. We talk for a little bit outside. Ha ha, he he. Boom, you gonna be my girl?
Okay.
Simple as that. We out here, man. We out here. Simple as that, yo.
I know you wish it was that easy today. I know you do. And I have no idea what to tell you because it is not. And that's all right. We're going to figure out how to make it work in 2020.
Yeah.
So, that's how we started. And then, we stayed in the same college, continued to get connected. And we
got married in college. We got married going into our senior year of college, working full time, going to school full time. Yeah,
it was a lot. We went from like 0 to 100
real quick.
We've
done that a few times in our lives. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
We have. But really we got connected into a ministry there and grew as individuals and grew collectively. And I mean, I'm going to say this right here because I'm very confident in this statement, but college, it's whatever. We're still in debt. That's what I am trying to say is that debt is still with us. But the biggest benefit from college was, I married my husband. I made long-lasting relationships, and my relationship with the Lord grew tons in college. So if my $40,000 didn't get me anything but that, then I think that's a win. So that's what I came out of college with. And not only did I come out of college, we got married.
We did get married. In
college, like Damon said, and working and
schooling full time. And college was tough. It was a tough transition just because our schedules were also different. Like, and if you're in a relationship and you kind of have different schedules, kind of just being like that phrase about like just ships that just kind of pass each other. Like I was working evening, she was working daytime plus school. So like the first 6 months to 9 months was like challenging, right? You're trying to figure this out. We're 21 years old, right?
Yeah. Oh, we gotta keep that into perspective,
y'all. We're 21.
I didn't think we were 21 yet. That's after we got married.
Yeah. 21. We're 21 at this time here, and we're just trying to figure this out. Away from my family, just trying to make it happen in Texas. And there were bumps on the way, but we kept fighting. We kept trying to get with it because we were committed. And marriage was a great thing, and you had We had a lot of things. A dog came and went. Friendships came and went. Jobs came and went. But the beautiful thing was that we were together and we was like, yo, we in this thing for the long call. And then we made a.
There's some gaps. I feel like we're missing.
There's gaps. Don't
I
get
know,
gaps.
guys. We're gonna have to tell you more
we'll give them
because
more
this
details
was
later.
real. We had like a very loose outline.
Loose outline.
So I do feel like there's some engagement points and some other points that we're
They'll
missing.
get those engagement points.
You know, whatever.
So we take a big jump. We go from no dating to boom, full speed here, big jump. And then we take another big jump in our relationship. And we get pregnant.
Yes.
We get pregnant about 10 months in.
10 months in.
10 months in. I got you.
10 months in.
10 months in.
Yeah.
And we'll be honest. Not. It wasn't on the calendar. It wasn't on the.
To be honest, wasn't nobody planning to have a baby.
At 21.
At college. 20. We weren't even. I was not 21 yet.
That's true.
I was only 20. Mm-hmm. Oh, y'all, we were just doing stuff.
We were just out here living life.
We were just out here by the grace of the good Lord. So, and that's a crazy story. And maybe we can talk about that when we talk about that child that was born, Mission Josiah. But, we were doing natural family planning. And it was going great, and it does still go great. Like when we get sponsors one day, I'm letting some natural family planning something help us out. But there was, it was a good day, and the good day, it was actually Good Friday, to be more specific, and it was a Good Friday.
Hello, somebody.
But when that Sunday rolled around, and I looked at my calendar and realized that I didn't look at my calendar, and thought of the possibility that I could be pregnant. And then a month later, May Cinco de Mayo, I double checked my double checked it all, and it was so. And so we got pregnant at
and May, 10 months into our marriage out here.
21.
Yeah.
I guess something about
you're about 20, 21.
Yeah, you're
21
right.
At this time, probably, right? But yeah, so we're there, and then we got a big decision on our hands because
that's not fair. We got married at 21 and then pregnant and had the baby by 22.
Sure.
Yeah, sorry y'all. Trying to keep those numbers.
Trying to keep those numbers right. I appreciate that.
I know. I gotta think too hard.
Don't think too hard.
Yeah, maybe I should just give years. So just so you do know, this is 2008 is when we got married, and we got 2008 we got married. 2009 we got pregnant, and our son was born 2010.
Boom. And before he comes in 2010, we do something big. We take another step. We jump. We jump.
Hold on, let's track.
Run it back.
We got together.
Bang.
As kids.
Uh-huh.
We go to college.
Uh-huh.
We get married in college.
Boom.
We get pregnant. Damon's done with college, but I was finishing up my last year. We get pregnant in college. And then, while pregnant...
Say it. Say that.
After we graduate, we decide to relocate while pregnant to none other than...
ATL, baby.
Atlanta, Georgia, which is where we reside now.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if we've told you that.
Maybe we did. I don't know. We're in the ATL.
We are currently living in Atlanta, Georgia. So while being pregnant, recent graduates, in the middle of a recession.
This is all true. We moved to Atlanta, poor, pregnant, and homeless.
Did you check that though? Poor, pregnant, and literally homeless yet again by the grace of God. And we didn't do this alone. We did this with a big group of friends. We all came here to be a part of a church plant at the time called Blueprint. And we decided that that's where the Lord wanted us, because neither one of us were like, woo, we just want to stay in Texas all our life. And Damon, he don't even want to admit that he lived in Texas. So there was really we prayed about it, we thought about where we're going to go. So we moved to Atlanta, and literally moved to Atlanta maybe 5 or 6 months pregnant.
Yeah, something like that, because we moved here in the summer. Mission pulls up. You know what I mean?
Mission pulls up.
Out here. Mission pulls up in 2010, January.
It was wild. I literally felt like Virgin Mary, just please let us in. Please, just big belly.
Is there room for 3?
We were living with people. People were gracious to us.
People were
That's
good
all
to us.
we can
We
say.
made it. We had a lot of good friends.
Throughout all those years, people were gracious. These were all our decisions.
Yeah.
was so gracious to us, and the Lord was good to us. And January 2010, we welcomed our firstborn and only son, Mission Josiah Sumner.
Facts.
And that is, did I say that? January 2010.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was good. Nicely done. You're on fire with the numbers out there. I see you with the dates.
Brain is working.
Researching. So really that's kind of where our story continues to go. We go in Atlanta. We stay there for a few years. And then we take another big jump.
Gosh, what is the story?
We go 0 to 100.
Man.
Now backtrack here. When we got married, we were poor in college, and we have progressed a little bit, and we have moved up a tad, and we went on a honeymoon, on a cruise, and on this cruise, we do jet skis, where I thought I was gonna lose not only myself, but I thought I was gonna lose my wife. I'm giving you a reason here.
Okay.
So that's the only time we had ever really quote unquote left the country. Right?
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so, I hadn't seen maybe more than 4 states at that time.
Yeah, probably just driving through.
Right. But in 2012, we decide with our son, all right, and a little bit of money we got.
We're not making it up.
We're going to move to China.
We're moving to Shanghai, China.
We moved to China to teach abroad.
2 years after Mission was born. So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Mission's about 2.5.
2012, yeah.
We moved to China. We're there for about a year. China, listen, if you've never been to China.
We just wanted adventure.
We did.
We wanted to do something different.
Mix
Damon
it
has
up.
started teaching as his
2010,
career. And we're
yep.
like, oh, well, let's teach abroad. There's these opportunities.
Yeah.
And it just sounded real good.
It did.
And we did it.
We did it.
We lived in China.
Lived in Shanghai, China.
Yeah, I
for a
mean,
year.
compared to the people I know who lived there for 7, 8, 9 years, it sounds like nothing. But maybe some of you haven't left the country and just listen to the story. Sounds bizarre that we would randomly, at the age of
23, 24,
23, 24,
like
with our one child, go to China and live in Shanghai as natives, as regular people.
We weren't living like Westerners over there.
We were expats, but we live with the locals,
Yes.
all right? Because yet again, we are still, they probably thought we had money, but we didn't. So, it was...
It was crazy.
It was crazy
It was
time.
great.
But it
Shanghai
was a good time.
Yes, it was.
And it was fun, and I learned so much about myself and being a mother and loving my husband and trusting in Jesus.
Yeah, China was great. It was a great time because we also got a chance to, at that moment, we were living, I was teaching and you were working, and life was just crazy fast in America. And when we went to China, it really just kind of slowed down. If I or both of us weren't working, we ride bikes. We take a stroll in the park.
Yeah.
We watch people do.
I played ping pong. With experts.
Yeah, worked on our chi. Like we was out here just being free.
Damn, just made that up. Somebody worked on that chi. Stop it.
But we stayed there for a year, right?
Yeah.
And then we moved back to Texas. We lived with her folks to get back on our feet for a year.
Yeah, because we didn't have anything.
Nothing.
And we came back to nothing either.
Nothing. Car gone, house gone, nothing.
So yeah, it's all right to go back to your parents. That's what I'm trying to say. Shout out Vicky Lynn and Steve. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate all the parents for loving us through that time. And oh gosh, Mission. Oh goodness gracious. We'll talk more about him later. But what a sweet time to be parents of, at that time, just one child, and to love him and watch him grow. There is nothing like having some time with that first child. Anyway, so then we get to Texas and we decide, all right, now, we've been in control of this pregnancy thing as much as we could.
We have been holding it down.
Yeah, and it's still natural family planning. I'm going to keep dropping that because I believe in it when you pay attention. So then here comes 4 years after Mission. It's 2013. And we're like, all right, let's bring in a new child.
Run it back.
Because if we started early, we need to finish early. Because I am a sibling who's divided 8 years between my siblings. So my older brother's 8 years older than me, and then there's me, and then my younger brother's like 9 years younger than me. And I was like, nope. I do not want that. It's just such a big gap. So that's when we tried. We're successful. And then 2014, we welcome our beautiful oldest daughter, Liv Eden.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
And then after that, we was like, you know what? Texas has been good, but this ain't where we want to plant our roots.
Yeah, we keep trying to not stay in Texas. It's
Gotta
like
go.
a layover.
Listen, the summer's enough. The summer is enough.
Gosh,
So we pack up And we feel like, man, you know what? We want to lay roots back down in the ATL. So we moved back to the ATL 2015. And then, yeah, we say, yo, this is where, until whatever happens next, this is where we want to be as a family. This is where we want to raise our family. And it's been great. Atlanta has been great to us. Yeah. We've grown as a couple. We've grown as a family. We've grown individually, and just professionally and careers and just everything like that has been exciting. Don't do that. And so it has definitely been a great opportunity for sure for us to kind of blossom in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And then the last one comes along out here.
Yeah, so, it's 2015. We're like, you know what? We always said 3. I came from a 3 mission. Damon came from 3. So we should have 3 kids. Sounds good. Family of 5. You need a minivan, Bang. Or you could fit in a car, whatever. So we try again, and then the little chocolate princess is born in 2016. Evergrace Sumner. Our last and final child was born in 2016, and that is like our family.
That's it. That was the Sumners right there. That's the story of where we are today. Yeah. Right now in Atlanta.
It is. And I'm feeling like telling y'all this story in my heart is like, ooh, because my kids are not here right now, which is another reason why we're sitting in a quiet house and being able to record and make this podcast so easily. So my heart is like, oh, I love them. And I know if you have some kids, when you tell a story about like your origins, like I just love Damon even a little bit more right now.
Yeah, get out of here. But that's a chance for us to get a chance to share a little bit about you. So as we unpack and kind of get into this podcast, we're excited. Hopefully you'll hop on this bandwagon with us and we'll just have some fun together, get a chance to talk about life. You know what I mean? Talk about marriage, relationships, some other things that we've had some interesting spats and interesting conversations about, because when you're with somebody for 15 years, you get a chance to talk a lot, you be around a lot of people, you stay with people, you see things. And you're like, who should we tell this to? Who should we talk about this with? We want to talk about this with y'all. We do. And so, are we the Sumners?
Hey, we just summed it up.
We summed it up.
And that is summing up who the Sumners are. And thank you for listening. Hopefully you laughed along with us. And I'm sorry. I'm a teacher. I hope that you think about your story of origin too. And I don't know. That's like how people get to know who you are. And I hope that you guys really, really kind of got a gist of who we are and are ready again to go on this little ride with us. So thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. You just listened to Sum It Up with the Sumners, and we'll holler back at you next